Okay, so I'm just going to talk about the bent knee version of flying crow and really drawing on the weight shift, subtle movement forwards with the hips bending tiny bit more into the elbows, and really trying to be active through the legs as you remove the leg. If we think about finding our crow as kind of quickly and as efficiently as possible, hands down, knees on triceps, shoulders are going forward, hips going forward, you feel that kind of lightness where you can actively lift the toes off of the floor. With repetition, you just kind of know when it is and when it's going to be easy versus when you're a little bit behind the mark. So getting into that space as quickly as possible is going to help. However, it can be useful, first of all, in crow to play with leaning your weight a little further forward. So whereas this is the most efficient place, as soon as I can bring them off, I can also maybe drop the shoulders down a little and then push them back up. Drop the shoulders down a little and push them back up. And whilst it might not look like it necessarily, I'm thinking about gripping a little bit more, but also kind of actively pushing down into the floor, as if I'm going to push myself back up, even when I'm bending in and even when I'm sending the shoulders forward. In the little flow, we just kind of focused on shifting the weight a tiny bit, but here it has to be a little bit more deliberate. So from there, even if I practice just stepping back, I'll want to think about the shoulders going further forward, the elbows going into a slightly deeper bend, and then shifting the weight to one tricep rather than the other so I can free that leg up. So if we did the knee to chest, little bend in, shift the weight, pull it in. So hands in, moving to crow, looking forwards, this is my crow. But to make it a bit easier or mechanically more simple, I'll bend down. Now I'm using strength, shifting the weight to the right and actively lifting the left leg off. I'm choosing to do that, and yes, I'm using a little bit more strength, but it helps me get the pattern. So let's look at the double bent knee version. With one knee obviously on, the tricep remains bent, and the other one passes through a heavier space where it will be further out behind, but eventually should become a little bit more stacked and shouldn't affect the weight distribution that much. So hands on, knees on the triceps. I realize that I'm just talking away here. Hands on, knees on the triceps. Shift and look forward, active legs, keep this active shape in the leg. Try to hook it up. And then bring it back down. So I'm going to trust or play with a tiny bit more movement forwards with the shoulders, tiny bit more bend at the elbows, and this pushing feeling, pushing the floor away. All of that working in the background whilst I actively lift that left leg up. So, kind of a brain dump there. Hopefully there's something within all of that that makes sense. And again, don't be afraid to get wobbly with these things. Don't be afraid to feel, because you can learn from those challenging spots.